Hey, peace, peace. We are officially live. Happy new moon, guys. I'm deciding to, hold on, make sure you guys can hear me. Hopefully you can. I bought a cute mic, okay, off Amazon. It's pink, as you can see. It's a cute pink mic with my cute stand. I have a cute pink phone stand as well to match it. I'm just turning it up. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So hopefully you can. But I'm Natasha. For those who are new to this channel, thank you so much for being here. For those of you who will chime into this live, that it is, and who's going to chime in later as a recording, it shall soon become. I do appreciate you guys for being here. To my new subscribers, thank you for the support, for the love. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. But listen, happy full moon in Aquarius. Ashe, today is the day. And we all know with moons, the energy is prevalent and it's potent and it's apparent days ahead of time. Okay. I just so happen to be an Aquarius. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay out here because I forgot the bugs be bugging down here in Texas. The bugs really be bugging for me. But and I just don't want to get bit up. I feel like I keep getting bit up, but I wanted to come out and soak up some of this beautiful yellow sun while I did this. So I'm gonna try my best to stay focused and not allow for divine nature, beautiful nature to disturb me. Um, how I normally feel full moons. I don't know if it has a lot to do with it being an actual moon in Aquarius. But I do feel tired, but I'm more, I would say optimistic at this time, like more excited, more in the energy, in the mood of anticipation. I'm like in this energy of optimism. So with this Aquarius moon, though, I wanted to tap into my divination tools, my tarot and oracle, of course, Ashe, and ask my spirit, the divine cosmic mother, the benevolent universe, insight into this new moon. Peace, peace, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Peace, peace, Natasha. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Natasha as well, so that's super, super dope. But I always like to consult spirit. And if you guys are a part of the Spiritual Girlie Covenant community, then I kind of touched on the full moon energy with today's energy reading earlier this rising. But I also wanted to go live on my YouTube channel for the Spiritual Girlies who are not a part of that community and who just wanted a little bit more insight into this Aquarius full moon. Now, I know a bunch of readers have already talked about it and tapped into it, but I do feel that my input is necessary because my voice is necessary. Ashe, and what I have to share is necessary. Now, there are many themes, not many themes, but there is a main theme for this Aquarius full moon energy. And that main theme, what I'm getting through my readings and through what I am feeling personally, or what I've been observing personally, is this dominant energy of I am, of fully shedding like any identities and layers of what you used to be, and truthfully and wholeheartedly aligning with what is representing this new you, so to speak. So when it comes to full moons, right, we're always wanting to release, which this is releasing. Aquarius is definitely asking for you to detach from all things, people, places, and experiences, right, that are no longer resonating with you. But it's also asking for you to show up. Again, we are still in this Leo energy, in this Leo season, right? So the full moon pretty much in Aquarius is asking for us to honor our quirky, show up as we are authentically and integrally, but to also don't make haste decisions. Don't be quick. In this moment, you're really just kind of just settling into what you are letting go of. You're really just kind of settling into um, what you are prepared to let go of. A lot of spiritual girlies at the moment are in like this mental, there's a lot of mental work going on. There's a lot of, what I want to say, like contemplation going on as moving forward. What does my timeline look like? Moving forward for the spiritual girlies, what does the woman that I am and continuing to expand into, what does she need? What people does she need? What partnerships does she need? What connections and relationships does she need? Okay. We've been doing a lot of releasing this year. And I feel like that will always be a thing for the spiritual girlies moving forward, like releasing, shedding, things of that nature. If you are a true spiritual girly and you're always ascending and expanding, you will always have this cyclical um, cycle of adjustments, shall I say. So you'll always find yourself in these ebbs and flows of life where you are receiving, releasing. But dealing with the Aquarius moon, you know that Aquarius are naturally known for being that bearer of wisdom, bearer of knowledge. So if you find yourself in your headspace a lot, it's a rainbow. If you find yourself in this mental space a lot, listen, I'm right there with you. You are looking at everything with a fine tooth comb. Your friendship circles, your friendships, even the ones that you at one point deemed valuable, you're looking at your relationships with a fine tooth comb. And honestly, a lot of spiritual girlies have actually walked away cold turkey. They detached cold turkey. They released cold turkey, whether that be a friendship, a boyfriend, a job, smoking weed, eating, something was done cold turkey. And I talked about this within the Spiritual Girlie Covenant community. For me, going to Cincinnati, a lot of you know I went to Cincinnati this past weekend, from Thursday to Sunday. And I didn't eat as much as I normally would. I do feel like in Texas, people eat a lot heavier here. Now, I'm a northern girl. I'm a city girl. So in Texas, I just felt like my cousin made a point like, well, you may be dealing with like real meat, real beef, real chicken, things of that nature. I don't know, but the food is a lot heavier here, people, to me, in my opinion. And I know I don't know everybody, but from my experience, it's been a lot heavier here when it comes to like eating and the diet and things of that nature. So I noticed when I went to Cincinnati, y'all, I ate maybe once, maybe twice a day. And I wasn't like gorging out on my sweets and things like I do. That was something. So I feel like I needed that little time away from home, away from my children, away from my fiance, out of Texas, back in Cincinnati. Because now that I'm back in Texas, like today, I'm like, no, baby, I'm going to eat that tomorrow. I'm not going to eat that today. Like there are certain things that I'm doing that I'm noticing that I'm doing differently. So I went off on a tangent, but that was just to say that um, if you've noticed yourself just pretty much like just stopping things like, ah, thank you. You said you're in Texas too. That's what's up. That's what's up. And thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate you for being here. But y'all, I'm not going to waste too much of your time because again, I've done this reading and a lot of my people who are in the Spiritual Girlie Covenant community are subscribed to my YouTube. So I don't want to take up too much time. I just want to delve into this reading, right? Because again, being a bridge, the Aquarius sun, I am a literal bridge between heaven and earth. I'm sent here to assist all of us to decrypt and decode signs, symbols, and synchronicities on our journey, either for confirmation, for clarity, um, or just to pretty much tap in with spirit to ensure that we are in divine alignment, whatever that is. Of course, my name is Koa. It's ready to get into. I'll put this right here. Let me move it a little bit closer. I don't know why it's reconnecting. Maybe because I'm sitting outside on the porch. Maybe because I'm sitting outside, not on the porch in the backyard. but it keeps so forgive me if it is blurry. I'm not sure. Matter of fact, let me tune in on my cell phone before we get into this reading. I want to make sure that my live isn't blurry. I do apologize. I'm on the back patio, so I know sometimes being back here, um, it can be kind of blurry. Yeah, I feel like I'm freezing. That's probably why people are going in and out. That's shitty. I'm gonna relocate, guys. Give me 1 second. My internet is glitchy too, but I just chimed in on my cell phone. And okay, well, she says it's fine. So I'm gonna continue. Please forgive me for the glitchiness. I do know when I come outside on my back porch that YouTube be reconnecting. And then I just know because of the work that I do and the things that I talk about, um, they purposely be glitching videos. I seen it. And I am my tablet is right in front of the sun. So but yes, that's it. The reading. So why is it energy? My spirits. And so Ashe, Supreme Mother, Cosmic Mother, Mother. When it comes to this full moon in Aquarius, what do the spiritual girlies, or what should the spiritual girlies take into account? What do they need to know? What do they need to know? And there's my cat. Wands. Oh my god. What? Oh, she's coming here. Is it me? I'm gonna just go in to be safe. I don't know why my kids always lock me out. So I don't know. They always lock me out. Yeah, I think my cat. Wait, so hot. Maybe maybe it was so hot in the office. Um, sorry. I just give me 1 second. I'm going to grab my cards from my closet. 1 second. All right. So I'm inside in the office space. Plug it in. I do apologize for the delay. All right. How is everyone? Go ahead and I'll live. Possibly because it was glitchy. That's pretty much all I go on time. Everything is cool. Most times I have to pre-record my videos because I ensure that they're not going to be glitchy. You know, I just it can be a little issues. I don't know if there's one place. I honestly feel like our grid will be down any soon. I am not all doom and gloom though. I'm just speaking facts. So with all these solar flares, like the internet is not internet and how it used to internet. So, but either way, I'm on the inside. I am on the inside. Let's reset the energy. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So we're back to this Aquarius full moon, Ashe. Shout out to all the Aquarius right now who are feeling amazing. To the Leos as well, our sister sign. Shout out to everyone who is using this Aquarius full moon energy to, of course, create their highest timeline and the highest timeline for humanity. That's one thing that I am learning, spiritual girlies, is our gifts, our magic, our powers are not ours alone. We are to share them. We are to gift them to humanity, to the collective. And with the power that we have, it is not purely and only solely to elevate our lives and our timelines. Our powers, spiritual girly, is also to assist humanity and the collective to their highest timeline. So just something to keep in mind when you guys are doing your spiritual work and you're doing your spiritual work, instead of constantly focusing on I, me, also do work for your collective community, for humanity, Ashe. So while you're co-creating for yourself, co-create for the collective community. Peace, peace. All right, divine sacred source energy, great mother, benevolent universe. What does the spiritual girly need to know? What is the dominant energy? What do we need to know? What is a message for us for this Aquarius full moon? Balance. So the first card to come out is the Dancer, which is balance. Activate your willingness to enter the dance. I like that. To open this up with this specific card, being that it's like the orange red, I feel like this deals with the first three chakras. This deals with like the root chakra, your sacral and your solar. And because all of that has something to do with you actively being involved, hence the color red. But also pulling this card out when it comes with balance. So right now, we are balancing our lives. For so long, spiritual girlies have poured so much into others, have done so much for others, and almost to the point of depleting ourselves, right? So, under this full moon, when it says activate your willingness to enter the dance, this is literally spirit inviting you to enter into the co creating of your life, to enter into the co creating of your timeline and what you wish to see, to enter into the creating of intentional friendships, intentional relationships, intentional connections. It's also inviting you, spiritual girlies, to show up as yourself. So many of us, me included, y'all, I have hidden myself so much. Or I find myself in the Black community, we call it code switching, right? I find myself slightly tweaking um, myself around different groups of people, or not fully allowing myself to be seen because of the room that I was in or because of the people that I was around. And whew, let me tell you, it has taken much intentionality and much work to show up and participate and to willingly um, be myself in life, right? Because your authentic vibration will ultimately attract to you and magnetize to you the people that you need, the people that need you, the experiences that you want, the experiences that want you. So, Spirit is definitely saying under this full moon in Aquarius to show up in the co creating of what you wish to see. Show up as your authentic self. Allow for yourself to be seen, your quirkiness, your weirdness, your difference. Like, let, let your signature frequency, let your authentic expression shine through and allow for that to assist you in co-creating your timeline. Ashe, Ashe. So we're opening this up with the willingness about the dancer. Activate your willingness to enter the dance. Ashe. Activate your willingness. Actually, let's get into what the author says about this card. That's the breakdown. It says find some way to move your body. In our world, it's so easier to become more separated from your physical existence. Remember who you are. Show up, participate. Allow for this card to remind you to activate energy to feel good as your authentic self. This message also reminds you to have fun in the process. Ashe. So I was right on the money. Activate your willingness to participate in the dance, to enter the dance. Ashe. So for a lot of the spiritual girlies right now, and really not even right now, I would say for a while now, we have been asked to show up. We have been asked to like stop hiding. You know what I mean? Stop hiding ourselves, right? So right after that dancer card, again, you can see the red energy, the very dominant energy. We're dealing with the Four of Swords. Swords indicates the air, right? So there's a lot of mental energy, okay, that is going on right now. A lot of introspection, a lot of retrospection, a lot of like just deep thinking and contemplating. And it's actually okay to be in that space right now. One, because the full moon does call for you to descend into the darkness. It does call for you to kind of slightly withdraw and to go in like a deeper, to go within, right? To connect with your inner landscape. Ashe. Um, so if you are in this space of contemplating and thinking, it makes sense, being that Mercury RX did end. However, we do have that post RX energy until about August the 6th. So it makes perfect sense to be in this very deep introspection. So with the Four of Swords coming out right after, we know that the Four of Swords um, plays into this very deep introspection, because the Four of Swords is like a recuperation energy. The Four of Swords is an energy that allows for you to rest, allows for you to rest through awareness. Um, this is a place where you meditate. Okay, the Four of Swords is meditating energy. So a lot of spiritual girlies under this full moon in Aquarius, again, are finding themselves in a deep reflection. Now, with this deep reflection, spiritual girlies, you're not quite asked to quite move on it. Like, let's say, for instance, you're contemplating a relationship with someone who isn't necessarily toxic, but there may not be divine alignment. There may not be equally yoked, or you found yourself expanding and expounding beyond your partner. Um, Instead of making quick decisions, instead of making haste moves, you're really just weighing the pros and cons. You're really just in this deep thought of, okay, what am I going to do? And is this person truly good for who I am and who I am continuously expanding into? Ashe. So whether that be a person, whether that be an opportunity, whether that be a friendship, the Four of Swords is indicating that you are in this space of awareness, of recuperating your energy, you're resting, but you're also in deep contemplation, which makes hella sense right now. Ashe. So not only is spirit asking you to show up in the co-creating of your life, be seen, live authentically you, show up as your quirky, weird self, show up, Ashe, okay? But it's also saying, with the discoveries that you find during this time, take that time to rest in it. Take that time to contemplate on it, meditate on it before making any quick decisions. Remember, the full moon causes us to descend and to go within. So you may feel this intensity and this passion right now to make a move, to like tell this person what you're thinking, what you're feeling, no matter who it is, or to tell your job, or to tell your loved one, or to tell your parents, or whatever the case may be. You may feel this strong, intense passion to make a move. Sis, don't. Rest, contemplate, meditate. Ashe, that's what spirit is saying. Ashe, this is, oh my God, this is so fitting. This makes so much sense. Whew. And you know what? Being that, hi, how are you? Being that we pulled the Four of Swords, right? We got the Jupiter. This is Jupiter energy. Okay. That resting stage, that recuperation stage, this allows for you to, Jupiter again is the planet of, I want to say, expansion and success and luck, right? And fortune, Ashe. So remember, resting allows for you to magnetize as well. Resting allows for you to make the best decision. Resting brings clarity. Meditation brings clarity. Okay? Ashe. Right after the Four of Swords cards, is we pull the Sleepless cards. All right. So with this coming out, this make perfect sense coming right out of the Four of Swords. We got the Sleepless card. Many of the spiritual girlies have had sleepless nights where they are not getting rest because this energy has been heavy. So even though today is actually the full moon in Aquarius, we know that the full moon energy is present and prevalent ahead of time. So most of us have been up in the middle of the night contemplating this move, contemplating the best move. Ashe. So let's see what the author says about this sleepless card. Because what I'm getting, pulling that out right after this, the Four of Swords, is that a lot of us have been in deep anxiety, extremely anxious to bust a move, right? When spiritual girlies are mentally set on something, when we have something set in our minds and we are made up, we are ready to bust a move on that. All right. So the author says, when it comes to the sleepless card, this is an air card. Aquarius. What does Aquarius deal with? Air. We're an air sign. Ashe. So this card says anxiety, negative self-talk, terrors. This card is a warning that your thoughts are debilitating you and preventing you from seeing a way forward. Okay. This card calls on you to consider what if what you're thinking about is more so worrying you than helping you. Ashe. Again, we pull this right after the Four of Swords. Spirit is saying, stop worrying, stop being overly anxious. Let me tell you one thing about nature and divine energy and sacred source energy and the cosmic mother. Let's say you are slow with making a decision. Let's say you are indecisive. You're not quite sure what to do. Nature is going to move on your behalf. The scales will be balanced. Okay. The scales will be balanced. Ashe, you will find balance. Now, the outcome may not be as favorable. Thank you, Lee. She said the mic on the hair is sending me. Listen, okay. I was like, I'm gonna just clip it right on my lock. But yes, a lot of us have been just contemplating this move, and we're anxious to get it done. But let me tell you one thing: you don't want to be hasty. You don't want to be quick. Sit in this, okay? Sit in this. Meditate in this. But what I was saying to nature naturally creating balance for yourself. I'm sorry, lost train of thought. Nature will things will balance out for you. Now, you may not like the outcome because you yourself, you didn't make a decision quick enough. You knew what you were supposed to do when you did it, right? So don't fret, like, don't trip. Just keep your vibration high. Focus on showing up and dancing in life. Focus on resting through ease. Focus on resting through your awareness of a situation. Focus on recouping your energy for your highest timeline. Don't overthink. Don't be anxious about what is taking place. And my thing is, the reason why I say that is you're either going to make a decision or the universe is going to make it for you. You're either going to intentionally make a move or nature is going to make a move for you. Ashe. All right. So we're at the 32-minute mark. I didn't want to keep y'all too long. I just was super excited to hear and to know that the moon was in my sign tonight. So I had to come through and touch bases with my spiritual girly community. Shelter. Ooh, shelter. So we got to close out this reading for this Aquarius, a full moon for the spiritual girlies. We pull out the shelter card. What is this telling me? Coming right after the sleepless card, knowing that we are to show up and activate our willingness to dance in life, knowing that we are supposed to recover our energy and rest and have awareness, no more compromising and being in deep meditation and not overly thinking or being extremely anxious. The shelter card. This will lead us to our safe space. This will lead us to our safe space. The shelter card coming out, closing this reading is pretty much saying that the energy that is pulling you to make these certain moves are going to lead you to your safe space. Okay. This space is where you're going to be able to be yourself. You ain't going to have to code switch. This space, you're going to be able to receive and reciprocate what you give out. This environment, this new relationship, this new level, this new friendship will see you. This new friendship, this new experience will see you, and you will be safe here. You will find refuge here. You will find comfort in this space. Okay. This full moon, after this full moon, there will be so much clarity for the spiritual girly collectives. So much clarity. And actually, you already know. You've already been receiving the confirmations. You've already been confirmed on what it is that you need to do. But this full moon is going to lead you to where you need to go. It's going to lead you to safer waters. It's going to lead you to where you can let your hair down and be supported and surrounded by people that actually see you. But let's see what the author has to say about this shelter card. Okay. So it says privacy, a place of no suffering. Okay. You miss the untroubled version of yourself. You've decided to journey backward. So this is indicating of that meditation, that introspection, that reflection, where the spiritual girlies right now are just kind of taking inventory and taking stock of their journey thus far, and just going back into time, not because they miss anything, but just they're analyzing, right? And they're just making sure that things are lining up, or things are reflecting this expansion that they are experiencing. And it says you shut people out for a while, knowing there is work to be done. You worry that others have an overwhelming effect on you, too many opinions, too much judgment and influence. Here you find a safe space where people see you, where people understand you. You have time to make up your mind, and you are who you are. Ashe. So, again, that shelter space, this full moon, y'all, is going to uncover and clarify so much for the spiritual girlies. And it's going to bring a sense of safety, and it's going to bring a sense of privacy, and it's going to bring a sense of, it's almost like a protection. What is taking place with this full moon in Aquarius is literally there to create a layer of protection for this woman that you are becoming and expanding into in this new season, in this new timeline. Ashe. So we are at the 36-minute mark, or 37-minute mark. And I appreciate all of you who have chimed into this live. Thank you so much to the spiritual girlies who've commented and left me so many nice compliments. I hope this reading in some way assisted you. I hope this reading in some way made you aware, confirmed you. And if you would like a 101 reading, of course, check out my bio. I have links in my bio where you can simply book me online through my website, or you can download my free app in the iOS, for iOS and Android, in your Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Naturally You Cosmetics. That's naturally the letter U Cosmetics. But check out my links. You can easily click it. And take time. Look around. I make all natural skincare. I'm rated 4.9 stars from real customers across the US. Ashe. It's a very small but mighty line. Also check out the Spiritual Girlie Covenant, my esoteric articles. I just wrote a new blog post today, so check that out. It's called The Sweet Spot. Okay, women at 40. Ashe. So, or women in their 40s, something to that effect. But I just posted it today, so you can check all that out on my website or within the app. Again, I appreciate you guys for being here. Subscribe to my channel if you liked what I talked about, resonate with me, rock with my energy. And of course, click the like button. Enjoy this video with someone you may think who needs to hear the info here. Peace.